Don't laugh because there's nobody here, Susie, whoever else it was. Like an expert in sailing light winds, I'm experienced at playing small crowds. Okay, this is a Bob Dylan song. I do it because it's a great warm-up, but it's also, I think, possibly the greatest ever love song that was written. There ain't no use, sit and wonder where I'll be if you don't know by now. There ain't no use in sit and wonder where I'll be, 'cause I'd never do somehow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, you can look out your window, baby, I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on, so don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in turning on the light, baby. I didn't never know. Ain't no use in turning on the light, baby. I'm on the dark side of the road. Wish there was something you would do or say that would try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, so don't think twice, it's alright. There ain't no use in calling out my name, dear, like I've never done before. There ain't no use in calling out James, dear, 'cause I can't hear anymore. Something you would do, say, would try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, so don't think twice, it's alright. So long, baby, where am I? I can't tell. Goodbye's too good a word, baby, so I just say farewell. Just can't waste my precious time, so don't think twice, it's alright. So don't think twice, it's alright. Actually forgot my focus here, right? Perspective.
That's presumptuous, isn't it? Shit, eh? Anyway, there's a lobby group sponsored by one of the churches in Sydney who campaign against the liberalisation of information laws surrounding adoptees and their birth parents. Some dickheads have got nothing to do. Anyway. I'm sorry that I forgot my favourite part of that last song, but friggin' tennis. I'll try and slip it into this next one. I'll use it as a solo in a song later on. This is called My Little Boy. Who taught you how to walk? And who taught you how to talk? And how can you ever forgive me? They took you there and then, almost sight unseen. I wondered when I'd ever lay my eyes on you again. My little boy, my little boy. My mother's love can't be destroyed for a little boy. You look a lot like me, and it's not that hard to see your long dead dad all over you. I was younger then than you are now. It seemed to make sense to me somehow. The marriage was more important than a mother. Mother's love can't be destroyed for a little boy. Did you feel you've been betrayed to someone else's sins you paid? Or is this all news to you? I can change some things I did. Well, I thought I was a woman, I was just a kid, and they gave me that chance then to forget. My little boy, my little boy. Mother's love can't be destroyed for a little boy. Can't be destroyed for a little boy. Thank you very much. That's it. On the show, so you can forgive me. I'm going to have a shot at one that I haven't played live before. I just sort of make it up as I go along a little bit. I couldn't explain how bad I feel with my hands held as steep as my bedside. I knelt. If I knew where hell was, I'd walk through it to see if it's what I had to do to bring it back to me. I was lonely as hell, sad as could be. Oh, it's woe, oh, it's me. No, it's not down for a grown man to cry. I had nothing better to do it. bad I felt with my hands held to steeples. At my bedside I knelt, but if I knew where hell was, I'd go through it to see if that's what I had to do to bring it back to Chris is right anyway.
Yeah, I actually got lost up there. That's cool.
Had a bit of trouble here. Well, they called and said we're leaving. It's gotten way too out of hand. He said we're moving up the country where my old man's on land. He said alright, I'll call you when my crop is coming on. He said make just do us a favor, don't tell anybody where we've gone. Him ain't Joanne. 3 months on, we got a letter, postmarked here in Hamilton. He said the whole lot got ripped off, now Joanne is expecting. He said his old man died a month before, the banks were moving on the farm. He said we're starting off the family, and we can't even pay for our house. Him and Joanne. Him and Joanne, him and Joanne, him and Joanne. Well, it must have been 3 years until we crossed paths again. He was like a fit, I hardly recognized Joanne. He said we got our work together, we beat a path back from his door, and now life's behind us, the kids all wonder where they've been for. Him and Joanne. Him and Joanne, him and Joanne, him and Joanne. I didn't know anyone who'd been seriously through the heroin mill when I wrote that song, but how things change. You may have noticed that the number of deaths by heroin overdose increased by 100% last year, and they increased 50% the year before. Deaths from HIV have halved in the last 2 years, Tony. How about that? 700 people a year die on the roads less than they did in 1970. Heroin's, they're accidents and it's a disease, so hopefully they'll find a safety law solution for it. From heroin to Tatura. Tatura is in central Victoria. It's irrigation country. That very fascinating place.
Tent country too.
Big of fun, Tony? Great advertising.
No, we had one of the experimental crops on hemp up there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, somewhere.
Experimental hemp crop in Tatura. They've got the horticultural research station there. It wasn't anything to do with that, was it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know.
I wonder what they're doing now in Stonehaven Road. Well, the windborne seeds have traveled far from where they first were sowed. Knew that I had something they were never to receive. Did some time, did some juice, and then I had to leave. Well, I wonder as age creases my brow, if I lived in Stonehaven Road, what I dare do now. Season ticket to the pool, we'd swim away our time from September through to March. That hot summer sun would shine. We had the show just once a year and a country town dress code. I wonder what they're doing now in Stonehaven Road. Well, I wonder as age creases my brow, if I lived in Stonehaven Road, what I better do now. Well, I wonder as age creases my brow, if I lived in Stonehaven Road, what I better do now. Walking home from school in the afternoon, it seemed that even in the summer, that hot summer would set too soon. Take a shot, cut through the back of a butter factory, past the cop shop and the Tarzan swing in that pepper country. But I wonder as age creases my brow, I lived in Stonehaven Road, but I bet I do now. Well, I wonder as age creases my brow, if I lived in Stonehaven Road, I bet I do now. Thank you very much. Okay, this one's about the collapse of the Westgate Bridge.
A long time back.
That's correct, Tony. It was a long time back, but not too far to forget that you'd be pissed off if you paid an architect to draw plans for your house, and when you built the house, things just didn't connect, and things just didn't reach, and things weren't straight. And when you looked at the plans and you did a couple of the sums, you just go, this stuff doesn't even add up. Well, 35 people had to die before they worked it out about the Westgate Bridge. In the meantime, they had the standard old Australia versus England battle of brawn and brains and distrust. Anyway, this is what happened. 35 men lost their lives. They left 20 lonely wives. 60 kids survived the working fathers. They've been bending it for days. You know the rough work never pays. Old hands are heard to say there's bridges moaning. Wouldn't think the beast would fall into the drink. It'll be the final link across the river. but then it crashed into the mud with one great god-awful thud. They paid the price in blood to win the tender. Came and went. They said not enough was spent on safety, it weren't meant to be forgotten. And they also asked how come the experts hadn't done their sums. Those plans weren't really plumb. You'd have to wonder how their families all felt when the truth was coldly spelled. There was negligence, their doubt, their hand of sorrow. 1,000 cars a day, and none of them now pay to take the quickest way across the river. But the families won't forget, 'cause their anguish ain't done yet, and they're never gonna get their men back. There's 35 men lost their lives, they left 20 lonely wives. 60 kids survived the working fathers. That was especially for the scud. Cut travelling time from Williamstown by about 20 minutes, didn't it, Jim? Yeah, 195, I reckon that's about the minimum speed you'd be doing across the bridge in the yellow Ferrari, wouldn't you, Jim? In the Hummer. The Hummer, of course, yeah, he's got a Hummer, a military vehicle to get himself down to the Tenor Centre. Won't be able to get a special parking permit in Williamstown for it. Anyway, we're staying close to the Westgate Bridge. And Williamstown. Fisherman's Bend. This is about the car. Anyone got a special car here they'd like mentioned?
Peugeot 203.
HT Prem. Not yet. I'm getting onto it, Jim. HT Prem. I got escort panel man, give me a rest. I got a Silver HQ, it's an automatic with the 202 and hydraulic tap-ins. It'll do for you. Think you can get? She gon' handle so sweet. You look good while you're at it. 7 and 3. My old man had one soft spot for me. Well, I wish I had a red one with a 253 and a 2-inch system. Put on LPG. Should go the distance. He said, not for me. Cruising in my 65 HD. Cost me that much, about 3 weeks' wages. Did the work by myself. It's the yellow pages. She's got discs on the front, so she pulls up quicker. Put the yard, no return. I snacked on the flicker. She said, no way, man, I'm sticking with my escort panel van. Got a silver HQ, it's an automatic with a 202 hydraulic tappers. It'll do for you. Think you can get. She don't handle so sweet. Yeah, good wire at it. I've got a silver HQ. It's an automatic with the 202 and hydraulic tappets. It'll do for you. If you think you can hack it, she can handle so sweet. You look good while you're at it. He said, it sounds real beat, but I'm gonna give out the 60th beat. I got a silver HQ, it's an automatic. Included most of you. Still it did fit in the 203. Got it up there in Herberton?
It's up in Herberton, yep.
Is it? Good. Good on those tricky tropical tracks. Hard to bog. No, they've got different track widths on the front and the back.
So we've got 16-inch wheels.
16-inch wheels.
16-inch.
Shit. Interceptor wheels.
My brother Paul drove it down some tracks at the Otways once, and it was mud that deep. When we got to the end, the road was said closed in winter. Had to stop acting like a kid. Bought a car, said it all. I'm so glad that I did. Now it lies in the mud at the bottom of the river. Tiny little piece of brush you miss, but I'm no longer with her. I don't expect her. about too fast and to be caught. I stood outside in the rain. I won't fall for that again. Now it lies in the mud, at the bottom of the river. Tiny little piece of brass you lose, but I'm no longer with you. Now it lies in the mud, at the bottom of the river. Tiny little piece of brass you lose, but I'm no longer with you. Dropped the key from the bridge, had to stop acting like a kid. Thanks, that's for you, Ronnie. Okay, this one's about Ted. Ted and Beth. Ted's an old biker, but old bikers never die. They just wind down their involvement to the annual run. Ted's from the Bears. And this is their story. You know, Ted's an old biker. Beth thinks she don't like her. She stays all the same. At a loose end, Teddy's her only friend since she's given up the game. Well, she talks when she chews. She's got heaps of tattoos, like press here for service and vacancy. She's a bit of a cook, and she gives her look like you men are all the same. She says, "Is Andy my brother? He got his looks from my mother. He's younger than me." Ted gets a beer. Says, "Oh, I thought he was queer. What you cooking for two?" She says, "Nothing for you. Talk the way that you do. What happened to your last slave?" Ted's a little bit hurt, but she's wearing a skirt and it's Saturday. He used to fix cars, but now he just keeps the bar at the terminus. He says, "You know your life doesn't suck just 'cause you got short on luck. Take a look at us. She's got a looking all bright. I reckon we'll do alright, but they wouldn't have us two in church. Oh, Teddy's no fool. He just used to wag school with the older boys. They do the annual run. The bees are still pulls a ton with the two of them. There's Paula and Panda, there's Humphrey and Eddie's and Peyton. That old brown bed just died, and little Ted's still inside for some other bloke's robbery.
but he did own the gun. We shared no funds, so he said, I suppose you got me. You know Ted, the old boy, that still thinks he don't like her. He keeps her that way. She's got her own games. She calls him all sorts of names. You should hear what she'll say. Teddy loves her to death. No, she hates being called Beth, but still he slips it sometimes anyway. While they're sharing the van till I move up to Cairns where the weather's fine. It's Ted, that's enough. This one's this is an older one. It's called Full of Clover. Oh, well, I went around to her house and it seemed like she had a whole new bunch of friends, and said, I'll take some of this stuff with me now. Come, we'll pick up the rest on the weekend. One of her new friends followed me down the hall. He called me up just inside the front door. Said, take all that you can carry now. She doesn't want you coming here anymore. Thought to myself, that's the way you get treated when all I did was fall out of love. A new friend was hoping to himself that I left before the push had become a shove. I had to leave behind half of my clothes, had to leave behind my favorite chair. So I took my records and half of hers, nicked $40 and got the hell out of there. She'd been the only thing I'd ever cared about. And she was just laughing and muttering something. I was so keyed up I couldn't work it out. I was at a loss as to what to do. I had a whole lot of plans, now it was over. Figured to myself I'd move out of town, spend my time looking for a four-leaf clover. Seemed like she had a whole bunch of friends. Said, I'll take some of this stuff with me now. Come and pick up the rest on the weekend. One of her new friends followed me down the hall, caught me up just inside the front door. And said, take all you can carry now, mate. She doesn't want you coming here anymore. That was alright. Thank you. Well, it's been a long time since I've got a smile from you. Seems like all you really wanna do is blue. Try making me feel bad all the time, lean that weight upon my mind. It's been a long, long time since I've got a smile from you. And you used to be so friendly all the time. If you didn't take the trouble, you'd of mine. It's yicky yak yelling yeah, just to get to me thinking, dude. Been a long time since I've got a smile from you. You can walk all over me. Seems like all you really wanna do to me. I'll wear my wits in to what's wrong, 'cause we used to get along. It's been a long time since I've got a smile from you. It's been a long time since I've got a smile from you. Been a long time since I've got a smile from you.
Thank you very much. I think that's the oldest of them, isn't it, Jim? Definitely, yeah. I wrote that one before I started writing songs, isn't it? Yeah. No, that's older than that.
Tell that it was her. She said something about a station. Think she wasn't hers. She said if you're on busy Friday, come and get me from the train. Dropped the whole lot on the spot just to be with her again. I went head over heels into her arms. Head over heels into your arms. And she left again. She just disappeared one day. The note just read she had enough, and there was nothing I could say. But then a telegram appeared, slipped underneath my door. It took me to Quentin's flight tomorrow at 4:15. I went head over heels into her arms. I went head over heels into her arms. I went head over heels. I went head over heels. I went head over heels into love. I could hardly see the face, but I could tell that it was her. Dreamt I'd fallen overboard and I was drowning in the surf. Well, she threw me in a life belt, but the rope that I held it broke. Light bulb sank and the boat sailed on. That's when I woke and I went head over heels into her arms. I went head over heels into her arms. And then she showed up on my doorstep and she just said, "Are you gonna let me in?" She'd been married, once divorced. She thought I'd marry her again. She said, "Long time no see, kid. I wasn't sure if I should. Sorry about those other times. This time's staying here for good." I went head over heels into her arms. I went
very much. Say it again. Yeah. Yeah. I got a hilarious nickname for him. Actually, no, it's not. You lost the bet, darling. No, Susie, put $5 on it with her. Quick. This is another Steve Cummings song. Actually, this is one that he wrote with Mick Thomas from Weddings Parties. It's going to turn a tear with a few of you people here. Good old Steve. He's done me a lot of favours over the years, I'll tell you what. Actually, I can't tell you who told me this story, but he said, he's got a funny name for him, but I can't repeat that either. But the person who told me the story about Steve Cummings said he toured Perth with him in 1972. Long tour? Yeah, Horse and Carl, I think it was.
Was it EP?
What's that? No. But I think EB was probably there. But anyway, the person I'm talking about and Steve shared a motel room, which was basically a Besset brick block with iron on the roof. It was about 48 degrees. And the person who told the story said, I mean, what do you do when the person you're sharing a room with covers themselves in talcum powder and lies naked on their bed all day? You sit outside. Anyway, this is another one. This is a song that Steve Cummings wrote with Mick Thomas. She kept him locked up in the back room, 'cause he liked drinking dawn till dusk. She'd get high and tell him he'd get down on a 4-bar cask. Well, the roof had leaked and the doors all creaked and the gardens overgrown. And the floorboards are alright under where the bath is overflown. It's got that sweet smile reminds you of cheap brandy and foundation. And an urn upon the wall, it's a souvenir from a Commecial. Cheap brandy and foundation. In the space at the back of the place where there used to be a yard, 4 blades of grass and 2 million bottles in a bicycle. Oh my God, well, clothesline had an accident. It was lying on the ground. Beneath it lies the radio that will never make a sound. Well, there used to be a wood heap on which the termites fed. And beside it lies a tired axe with no handle and no head. It's got that sweet smile that reminds you of cheap brandy and foundation. And the urn upon the wall, it's a souvenir of Commecial. Cheap brandy and foundation. Garage with the car inside, the tires are all flat. Its front door's open backwards, it contains an old felt hat. The band still shines from brilliantine and a slicking fringe left there. And on the floor 3 old brown shoes that would never make a pair. It's got that sweet smile reminds you of cheap brandy and foundation. And the urn upon the wall, a souvenir from a Commecial. Cheap brandy and foundation. I can just imagine them inside that old car when it was new. That was when he cared for her, and how I think that she loved him too. Now their life is just like that old wrecked out that sits out there. They won't buy the tourist story 'cause they think it's way beyond repair.
Thanks very much. And just for the heck of it, here's another song that Stephen Cummins wrote with Nick Thomas from the Weddings Parties Anything. This one's called San Quentin. He's cunning that, Stephen, let me tell you.
Lock me in San Quentin and throw away the key. I'll see Johnny Cash and B.B. King, and I'll see them both for free. Never hear good music, never seems to come to town. Lock me in San Quentin, I can't listen to James Brown. It's a rock and rollin' penitentiary. Lock me in San Quentin and throw away. If they lock me in San Quentin and the ball and chain were mine, I wouldn't get to walk, but I've been dancing all the time. Stick me in them drummers and lock me in a cell. Make a number plate sale with my mates in a rock and roll hotel. It's a rock and roll penitentiary. So lock me in San Quentin and throw away. Your Honor, I plead guilty. I plead guilty to the crime. I'm not sure just what it was. I'm up for doing time. I need to hear the music to rehabilitate my soul. So sentence me without remorse and please without parole, 'cause it's a rock and roll penitentiary. Lock me in San Quentin and throw away. They lock me in San Quentin, then the pleasure would be mine. I could face the music while I did my 4/4 time. 'Cause there ain't no one anywhere who could go my bail. So my record, it'll have to read live at San Quentin jail. It's a rock and rollin' penitentiary. Lock me in San Quentin and throw away the rock and rollin' penitentiary. Lock me in San Quentin and throw away.
I think that's from the Lovetown period, that one. Is it? No, the Gymnasium. Oh, that was James Ryan. No, that was Steve Combs, wasn't it? Oh, no offence, I like Steve Combs. Actually, he sings one of my favourite ever records, so shouldn't diss him at all. I'll do one more and then I'm going to take a bit of a break. You can yell all you like, yeah. This one's for you, Jim.
The old man's on the piss again. Mum's gone to my auntie's. He gets so crocked that he can't eat. We're almost out of money. His 4 days gone and Mum ain't called. I think she's had enough. She ain't called by bed tonight. Well done, I'm heading off, and I'll be the last right off their sinking ship into the human sea. Sink or swim, well I'm diving in because they forgot of me. I go to the sisters, she take care of me there. Well, it's okay for me to stay, her husband don't live there. We shot through 3 years ago, the kids were only small. The dads I know, well, they're drunk or gone, they just don't care at all. And I'll be the last right off this sinking ship into the human sea. Well, I'll sink or swim when I'm diving in, because they forgot me. The old man is an angry sea of torment and despair. Mama only just made it back to shore, she's recovering somewhere. I had a foot in either boat, I couldn't take the loss. And the hate they had between them was a moat that I couldn't cross. And I'll be the last right off this sinking ship into the human sea. Well, I'll sink or swim when I'm diving in, because they forgot me. And I'll be the last right off this sinking ship into the human sea. Well, I'll sink or swim when I'm diving in, because they forgot me. They forgot me.
Thanks very much. We're just going to have a little guest appearance by Gold FM, and I'm going to have a beer, and I'll be back shortly. I'd just like to remind you, just in case you leave, I won't be playing here next week. Why? Because Overnight Jones and the T-Bones and a marvellous little pop band called Chisel Cane are playing at the Tones Club. There you go. Next Monday night.
I know Chisel Cane on video.
The two. Doesn't sound true to me, Jones. Oh yeah, Bronny. She'd serve me coffee once or twice. I fell in love with that Brunswick Street girl. Her was direct, perhaps I liked the way she said, 'cause real, but I wasn't born with girls. Fell in love with Brunswick Street girl. 10 out from the city, thought about how pretty that she was as I sat on the trail. Thought for all day, she was surprised enough to say, it's funny how you always seem to know just where I am.
Said she'd always been too clever, but then again she hadn't learned a lesson yet. Said she'd had a yearning, and her heart was hardly burning, and I hung on every word that she said. Struck me as quite nice. She served me coffee once or twice. I fell in love with that Brunswick Street girl.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, this is a fairly new one. It's a really new one actually. It's got no chorus. It's got no proper name. Bullets in the gun. Must be time to run. Can't find anyone. Staring at the sun. Started desperate. It seems I'm nearly done staring at the sun. Must be kingdom come. They all just watched me go. If they'd known what I know, the hardest road to hoe, the hardest road to sow. Have you been lying low, or you've left go for woe? With your family in tow, where the wild winds blow. Calling sounds now. Is this a witching hour? I don't understand how. I bled the holy cow. So give me the magic pill that'll cure all my ills. I won't come down until this jack finds Jill. In the gun, it must be time to run. Can't find anyone. I'm staring at the sun. Seems I'm nearly done. Started desperate fun. Must be kingdom come. I feel totally numb. Thank you. This one's called Call Me. It's a sort of it's a soppy one, I think. Anyway.
eventually call me. Call me when you need somewhere to go, where the people that will know when you want to go below. Call me when your time is drawing near and you hear what you're strained to hear. Don't forget me, dear. Call me. Call me. It's never too late. Call me. It's never too early. Call me. Call me. Call me. It's never too late. Call me. It's never too early. Call me. When you need somewhere to land, where the people understand when you want a helping hand. Call me.
Thanks very much. Now's the night where I get stuck with a whole lot of songs in G. I don't know, there's a couple. This is an old Organite Jones Warner Brothers song. This is about being forgetful, careless and losing things.
We parted company at the railway tracks and had a chance of feeling sorry, yo. Now we're looking back, I got on that train. I must confess I shed a tear. She stayed in the tropics for the rest of the year. It was October, but by then I had no doubt. We once had something, but then I wanted out. Stayed with a friend who I had always held quite dear. She loved him in the tropics for the rest of the year. I lost my lover and I get over that and find another. But where's the sense in that? We stayed with a friend who I had always held quite dear. She loved him in the tropics for the rest of the year. 4 days from Elridge by train down the eastern coast. I thought of her, I thought of me. I tried to think what mattered most. She tried to say something, but the meaning wasn't clear. She stayed in the tropics for the rest of the year. I lost my lover, yeah, over that and found another. But where's the sense in that? We stayed with a friend who I had always held quite dear. She stayed in the tropics for the rest of the year. Lost my lover, but I'll get over that and find another. But where's the sense in that? She tried to say something, but the meaning wasn't clear. She stayed in the tropics for the rest of the year. She loved him in the tropics for the for the rest of the year.
Yeah, from a travel log to this is kind of stuff that should be printed on a tea-towel. It all rhymes and it sounds nice, but I'm not sure it makes a lot of sense.
Troubles are overcome, it's rare. You can stitch them up if you use your head, but in time they'll come all undone, and you'll have to explain the web that you spun. Worry shouldn't bother you. They're a twist of fate, they're coming to us. It is hard not to show some concern, and experience is the best way to learn. And experience is the best way to learn. Strength will be all we need, of mind and man and mouth to feed, of conviction that your road is right, and warmth to keep your hope alive. Fear is a different thing. It'll cut you down, it'll drag you in. So you now will have the guts to stand on your own 2 feet, on your own land, on your own 2 feet, on your own land, on your own 2 feet, on your own land.
Troubles, that one. This one's called Five of Us. 5 of Us. Or fiberglass for the technically minded.
Get on better with my mom than I think I've ever done. I turned 31. She still treats me like a kid, reminds me of embarrassing things that he did, makes me feel like I'm her only one. There's 5 of us. She loves each one no less than a lost. 5 of us, there's 5 of us. I remember running, shoes in hand, through the paddock with the empty dam, running from the boogeyman. The screen door slams hard on its springs, brother swears and my sister screams. Say, hey now, what's the big hurricane? There's 5 of us, and she loves each one no less than lost. 5 of us, it's 5 of us. It's 5 of us. She loves each one no less than the lost. 5 of us, there's 5 of us. Blood runs through like a story, a little common history. Gives me a sense of family. Can't forget where I come from, and I get on so much better now with Mom. Since I turned 31. There's 5 of us, and she loves each one no less than lust. There's 5 of us, there's 5 of us. There's 5 of us, and she loves each one no less than lust. 5 of us, well there's 5 of us.
Thank you very much. Go from the moribund to a bit of rock and roll. I'll borrow an idea from Peter Lawler here, and in the absence of a guitar solo, I'm going to sing part of an old hit. I got to tell you, one of the hardest things about playing by yourself is dealing with an itch that starts about halfway through the first verse. Might be just next to your nose, or it might be a bit of sweat on your forehead that's just driving you mad, but a bit different from being a guitarist. Anyway, what was I going to play? I was going to play this.
She's out of self today. She's finding out the hard way that it's easy to be blue when you find out that someone's over you. He's got his own way, didn't love her anyway. He's headed out to try again, found his own type of serious girlfriend. She's having hands at home, cause the heartache is better when you're on your own. She's not a fool or optimist. She wishes now they never kiss. Teardrops on the dance floor reminds me, baby, of you. Whispers on the piano room. The next time I'll be true to you. She's not herself today. She's finding out the hard way that it's easy to be blue when you find out that someone's over you. He's got his own way, didn't love her anyway. He's headed out to try again, find his own type of serious girlfriend. She's having hands at home, cause the heartache is murder when you're on your own. It's not a fool or an optimist. She wishes now they never kissed.
Thanks, folks. Yes, thanks to Womack and Womack for stretching me out in the middle there.
Well, I went to a place I thought I'd find him well, and I spoke to one that known him, but I could tell that he didn't care about nothing or of no one. It was a den of all despair. I said, just go to the bottom, cause I heard that he's headed there. I asked about up and down, I even knocked on doors, and the only thing they seemed to say was what he wanted for. I got various various tips from various people. The odds were only fair. Best being hit the bottoms, 10 to 1's gonna finish it there. How I cried and how I hurt inside. And I asked, why must it be you? About, I racked my brains, but still I couldn't find my best friend from all those years ago who left us all behind. Well, I know the one you mean, she said. She tried hard not to frown. You can cut him off at the bottom, 'cause I know he's going down. How I cried and how I hurt inside. And I asked, why must it be you? And how I cried and how I hurt inside. And I asked, why must it be you?
Thanks, that's called Go to the Bottom, for want of a better title. Gee, I haven't played Gary yet, have I? No, not yet. Okay. This is about the death of Gary Bella at 23. He was a career robber. But he wasn't robbing anyone when he got shot. He was being questioned by police, which seems strange. And he was shot from behind too. Anyway. Worst things that happen to better people, I suppose. Here it goes.
He pulled a pistol off, that's how it seemed. I didn't think that I'd hit him. Drop it, I screamed. One of those slugs hit the back of his head. I'm not doing anything. It's lost thing Gary said. Oh, Gary, a little more than just a boy. They cut you down 'cause they said that you were brandishing a toy. 38 that I wouldn't find one single round, but still they shot you 7 times. I left you dying on the ground. He didn't die, then he hung on for a week. And all along those coppers hoped that he'd never speak. There's a whole lot to this story that'll never make sense. So those coppers kept their mouths shut because it's their best defense. Oh, Gary, a little more than just a boy. They shot you down 'cause they said that you were brandishing a toy. 38 that wouldn't fire one single round, but still they shot you 7 times. I left you dying on the ground. Well, it's easy to pass judgment on someone that you never knew. To see their acts in hindsight and know not what they've been through. Gary weren't no angel, had big priors on his file, but execution is against the law, even with a trial. Oh, Gary, a little more than just a boy. They shot you down 'cause they said that you were brandishing a toy. 38 that wouldn't fire one single round, but still they shot you 7 times. Left you down on the ground. Oh, Gary, a little more than just a boy. They shot you down uncles, they said that you were brandishing a toy. 38, I wouldn't find one single round, but still they shot you 7 times and left you dying on the ground.
Thanks very much. Okey-dokey. It's a gutsy effort, this one. Oh, this is from Swordfish Trombones, I think. It's called Johnsburg, Illinois, and it's where Kathleen Brennan grew up.
My only true love is all that I think of. Look here, my wallet does hurt. She grew on a farm, there's a place on my arm where I've written name next to mine. You see, I just can't live without her, and I'm her only boy. She grew outside Henry in Johnsburg, Illinois. That's it. I'm gonna forget about you. Watch the spinning sun sink down slow into the Mallee dust. The old HQ's just a heap of shit, and I punch you in disgust. Ooh, well, I hold my cutter to the grinding wheel. I hold it there and wait. Sparks fly from my fingertips. Sparks fell with hate. Cold metal turns from black to blue into the setting sun. Catch my reflection in a water drop, and I think about what you've done. Well, there's guns and grog and nasty, busting down the track with the cassette player blaring, and the boys are all rotting in the back. Burnouts in the parking bay, shooting up the signs. Well, just here to wreck the place and leave it all behind. Well, I hold my cutter to the grinding wheel. I'll hold it there and wait. Sparks fly from my fingertips. The sparks fell with hate. Cold metal turns from black to blue into setting sun. Catch my reflection in a water trough and think about what you've done. We're drinking with the drivers while they stop and check the loads. Sink some beer and shakers and us back out on the road. The car's full of cans and dozens. The boys are all asleep. Think of what I'm running from, and it's you and your creep. Well, I'll hold my cutter to the grinding wheel. I'll hold it there and wait. Sparks fly off from my fingertips. These sparks are filled with hate. Cold metal turns from black to blue into the setting sun. Catch my reflection in the water trough, and I think about what you've done.
Thanks, sis. Ugh.
Just got a couple more, folks. I'm sure 10 memories failing me tonight. $15 a week. Haven't heard that yet, have you? Tony? Okay, score $15 a week.
Live both in and out of town, lived on both sides of the border. I got a wife who never wants me back. I got an 18-month-old daughter who's only heard bad things of me. She's still too young to speak. Hey, but now meet me. I send them $15 a week. Makes me feel like someone in my favorite song with you stuck in my head. All I can do is sing along. What about that girl who's got a crop in Hamilton? Me and my daughter's mom never gonna get along. It's got a strip light in a sink, and I hurt my leg so I can't work. I got plenty of time to think about that little girl who's really hard for me. And I hope that she can love someone, cause she never will love me. Makes me feel like someone in my favorite song with you stuck in my head. All I can do is sing along. What about that girl who's got a crop in Hamilton? Me and my daughter's mom never gonna get along. In this place is 50 blokes, most starving just like me. All got some moral in a story, and too much self-sympathy. When a girl grew up and moved away, she had the luck to choose. She can find me in one of those years, swimming in the booze. It makes me feel like someone in my favorite song with you stuck in my head. All I can do is sing along. What about that girl who's got a crop in Hamilton? Me and my daughter's mom never gonna get along. Makes me feel like someone in my favorite song with you stuck in my head. All I can do is sing along. What about that girl who's got a crop in Hamilton? Me and my daughter's mom never gonna get along.
Thanks. Oh man, okay. Unless there's something you think I've forgotten, this is going to be the last one, folks.
Oh, you didn't dig somebody up, that's
Oh, digging up my dad. Oh man. I drank myself into unconsciousness last night, and I bet I've done it about 5,000 more times than you have. And you know, the first couple of people leaving the MTG after the grand final, you don't really notice. It's when it's dark and the game finished 4 hours ago that people really start making a difference, and that's what I'm talking about. I drank myself into a stupor in about 3 hours last night, and that wasn't smart. Yeah, but you never forget how to ride a bike.
Stop it! It's a private conversation.
Yeah, it's funny how you never forget how to ride a bike, but somebody you forget where your mouth is.
I don't think that forgot here tonight.
Actually, the good one is when you've just drunk about 3 or 4 stubbies in quick succession and somebody buys you a can. And you go. And you quickly look around and see if anyone saw you. And you see a whole lot of people going. I'm not a recreational drinker, not by any stretch of the imagination. I drink for a thirst.
Broke down next to the King's Own Hotel. Do you think it'll rain? Well, you never can tell. You won't get parts that around here. 'Cause we've got compact fillings. We've got ammo, beer. Redskins in a faded box. He says, where are you from? Under the locks. There was a golden fleece until the lease it ran out. Seems no one buys nothing in the middle of a drought. He said north, I've got a feeling it's south. They're different here, you best watch your mouth. He's got a brand new watch and a second-hand smile. He's got the only few for 83 miles. I found the parts in a garbage dump. I had to climb underneath, unbolt the sum, skin the knuckles, 'cause under my breath it gets cold out here. Am I freeze to death? And that, folks, is that. Thank you very much. I've been Stephen Cummings. One more.
Two more then. Two more and that's it. Two more and the Canadian song
Yeah.
and the upper song.
Canadian song. Play that.
I'll be with you. I'll be with you. Just shh, shh, shh. Okay.
I saw a girl today, no more than a stone's throw away. She had a big black coat and a red hat too, and I pictured that red hat on you. So put it on. I bought it just for you. There were hundreds of different ones and some other red ones too. But here I think to make this one fall.
shot by Hump Bus 5. Swear that all those hats were right. She said, we'll bring him back if it doesn't fit. And I told her no, 'cause this one is it. Just for you, there's different ones and some other rad ones too. But I think made this one for. I saw her rigged up today. No more than a stone's throw away. She had a big black coat and a red hair too. And I pictured that red hat on you. So here it is, put it on. I bought it just for you. Well, hundreds of different ones and some other red ones too. So here I think I made this one for. Thank you. Okay. I'll keep to the deal. This is another one, and it's the last one. Can't think of any more, actually. Well, I don't blame you for leaving, 'cause I would too if I were you. I found it hard enough putting with myself, and I've had heaps of practice putting up with you. 'Cause I could handle the things that you tell me about all the real men that you had. Tell me, were you lying then? Or were you lying when you told me that I was old and bad? You told me that I was old and they said it right, that I'm a liar and cheating to busted. Although what you're saying's true, I got a few home truths too. I had my fun while it lost them, 'cause I could handle the things that you tell me about all the real men that you've had. Tell me, were you lying then? Were you lying when you told me that I was old and bad? Tell me, were you lying then? Were you lying when you told me I was old and bad? When you told me that I was old and bad. When you told me I was old and bad. much. You've been the radiest audience I've had here. Thanks for coming, and remember, I won't be here next week if you had the slightest intention of coming back next week. But if you had no intention of coming back the week after, change your plans, because I'll be here. So I'll see you later. Okay, filled with inspiration. This is for a friend of mine who's sitting over there who plays in a girly country band. This is about two rubbish there is. Oh, there's Nilda. Hey, this is about two country singers. They don't like each other. They don't like me. One of them wrote a song about me. They gave me the right of reply, I figured. Hey there, girl, I heard that song you wrote about me. You got the facts mixed up, but I really dug the melody. But I couldn't help but think your talent could be put into better use. The cowgirl dress, it's such a mess. The whole thing smells of self-abuse. But there's so much riding on it now. I'm just a subject anyhow. I'm glad that I was born a small town boy. As for your friend, I think America was good for her. And as for Wilco, I think their old sound was what I prefer. I heard you said the country music wasn't all about the clothes coming from a walk-in wardrobe. I guess you're one who knows. But guess it all comes down to taste. Switched on band and a narrow waist. Glad that I was born in a small town boy. Fucking really got me there. I just can't tell you how much I love the Gossip Rustlers. It's not about anyone you know, Suze. Hey there, girl, I heard that song you wrote about me. You got the facts mixed up, but I really dug the melody. But I couldn't help but think your talent could be put to better use. The cowgirl dress, it's such a mess. The whole thing smells of self-abuse. But there's so much riding on it now. For me, I'm just a hack anyhow. I'm glad that I was born a small town. That's definitely it. See you later.
No, you're done.